Hello, I'm Dr. Hamilton Stubbs, a double board certified sleep specialist, board certified pediatrician, and a certified nutrition specialist. In this video, I want to talk with you about circadian rhythms. At the end of this video, I want you to have a better understanding of what circadian rhythms are and how they affect digestion. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. So now I'm going to try to share my screen so that you can see my slides. What are circadian rhythms? And how when you eat affects health? Circadian rhythms are biological processes that are endogenous. That means they happen within our body, but they're entrainable, meaning we can influence them by our environment and things outside the body. The circadian rhythms last about 24 hours, and they must be reset by light or heat. The best known circadian rhythm is the sleep-wake cycle. We're all familiar with it. We know that at certain times of the day, we get a dip in our energy level, and in the evening time, we start to feel sleepy. This is because of circadian rhythms that control wakefulness and the onset of sleep. Prior to falling asleep, your body will give a warning that it's time to start winding down. This is when you will start to get a slight increase in your melatonin level, and you might start to feel tired. There'll be some changes in your body temperature as well. During the evening time, your gut digestive system also starts to slow down because during sleep, we are resting and we don't need our digestive system to be primed to turn food into fuel. When we go to sleep, the body is going to have more melatonin, and the growth hormone is going to start to spike. When we have ourself in sleep, we're going to go through different stages of sleep. These are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4 is for research, but dreaming is the 4th stage for clinical purposes. These stages of sleep are based on some circadian factors as well. When we go to sleep, we start to have a period of rest and repair for different organs of our body. For example, during deep sleep, during the first part of the night, the brain is using the G lymphatic system to clean out all the debris that accumulated while you were figuring out solutions to end big problems in the world, or you might have just been having a lot of fun, watching Netflix videos, whatever you were doing. It took brain activity, and this means that the brain was burning fuel and making byproducts. Those byproducts have to be cleaned out, and they're done so at night, during the first part of the night, and mostly during deep sleep. In the morning, other circadian rhythms take over, and these are the rhythms that tell your body it's getting close to the time that we're going to wake up. So we have a natural rise in our cortisol level in the morning. This is the stress hormone. Whether we like it or not, our days are filled with stress. It can be good stress or bad stress, but it's stress. And the body has to be able to deal with that. So cortisol levels go up, and this is your stress hormone that helps you to handle all those things that are going to happen during the day. The other thing is the melatonin level starts to decrease so that you don't have a lot of melatonin in the morning time. When people drink caffeine, it disrupts your circadian rhythm that causes the cortisol surge, because caffeine will make your cortisol level spike. Then your body says, well, I have enough on board, so I don't really need to make more cortisol. And what happens over time is your body becomes dependent on this outside factor, caffeine, to give it that cortisol boost to make you feel awake. So these are the reasons why, that's the reason why you wouldn't want to have caffeine first thing in the morning. The best time to have it would be according to your circadian rhythm in the early afternoon when you get that normal dip in energy, especially if you are not able to take a nap or you still need to be pretty sharp mentally. A cup of Joe in the early afternoon would be a better way to drink that in alignment with your circadian rhythm. Also, circadian rhythms have been found to be involved in many important biological functions. The circadian rhythm is involved with metabolism, our weight, whether or not we gain weight or lose weight or stabilize our weight. The regulation of our blood sugar is influenced by circadian rhythms. So is our cholesterol level, our mental health, and our immune system. Just by disrupting the circadian rhythm can make you more vulnerable to catch things like infections. Your DNA repair is working on circadian rhythms, and we need the DNA to be repaired. And without it, we're going to develop some diseases. The most scariest one would be cancer. Medications work on the circadian rhythm as well. Sometimes during the day, the medicine, depending on which one you're taking, could be more efficiently absorbed according to the circadian rhythm, things that are happening within the body during that day. Even the digestion of your food changes according to the circadian rhythm. For example, in the morning time, we're better able to digest food than if we had a big meal in the evening. And diseases like asthma, COPD, and inflammation are all influenced by circadian rhythms. So, how do circadian rhythms affect health? They control the release of hormones, our digestion, body temperature, just to name a few. Now, let's look at digestion. Digestion starts in the mouth, involves the stomach, the intestines, your liver, your pancreas, and your microbiome. Those are the living organisms inside your gut. Well, when we are awake, we have more saliva thanks to circadian rhythms. It's a biological process that the body says, hey, gear up. It's time for us to refuel. We're going to eat things shortly. So make some saliva so you can help with the digestion process. So saliva is increased in the daytime and decreased at night when you're sleeping. The other thing is during the day when you first wake up, your stomach has been primed to receive food. So you'll have more gastric acid in the morning than you will have at night. And there's also more proteins available to help digest the food. So in a few hours, the evening time, the digestive system will be winding down for a period of rest and repair. But during the day, it is trying to gear up to get all the food that we're going to eat turned into fuel and building blocks so that our body can use it. Now, here's the digestive intestinal tract. The colon is in green, and this little orangish blob represents the small intestines. This is the major site of the gut microbiome. And it is also a single layer of cells that protects your body, from everything that you're eating, and it keeps it inside here. When we have this single layer of cells working cohesively, things that you don't want inside your body won't get in there. But during the day, all of that digestion creates wear and tear on the digestive system. And during the night is when the body is going to send out a little messenger based on circadian rhythms to find out where along this GI tract is the barrier broken. And then, according to your circadian rhythm, signals will be sent to bring in the repair mechanism. The body needs about 10 to 14 hours to repair any kind of breaches in this intestinal wall. When we don't stop eating or don't give the body a long enough time to rest and repair, this single layer of cells will not be intact. And this will allow things to leak out into your body system, your blood and your lymphatics that wouldn't normally be there. Your body would recognize this as foreign and mobilize your immune response. And this is the basis for what's called leaky gut. So the liver and the pancreas also have a circadian rhythm where they are more active during the day. The microbiome is also more active during certain times of the day. And we need our microbiome to be active and ready to eat according to the rhythms, because these little critters that live inside of us are responsible for breaking down some of the foods we're eating so that we can absorb the minerals and the vitamins from the food. Also, the bacteria make some byproducts that we use as vitamins. So, circadian rhythm and digestion is something that we really want to pay attention to if you want to maximize your health, have better energy level, and decrease inflammation. Eating with the circadian rhythm is going to help you do all of that. You want to have your meals, your biggest meals, during the first part of the day when your body has more digestive juices and processes in place. Now, there is research to show that the largest meal should be eaten midway between breakfast and dinner for the best absorption and to help us with our controlling unnecessary or unwanted weight gain. When we eat in an 8 to 10 hour window, this is going to allow our bodies to rest and the digestive system to repair. This is based on circadian rhythm. So the intermittent fasting that a lot of people are doing may be helping them lose weight. But over a period of time, eating your largest meal whenever you want to, or randomly picking when you're going to do an intermittent fasting, that could be something in the long term that works against your circadian rhythm and causes a disruption in the circadian rhythm. A disruption in the circadian rhythm is associated with diseases, in particular cardiovascular diseases, inflammatory related diseases, and cancer. So we want to take good care of our rhythms, our circadian rhythm. One of the ways to do that is when we wake up in the morning, go outside and get natural light. If you don't have one of these lights that give you light therapy, the light in your home may not be the right wavelength to turn off melanopsin, which is the protein that is signaling that it's time to rest. We want to turn it off completely because we want to get into our wakefulness mode. Other things that you can do is have a consistent bedtime and wake up time. Now, of the two, the wake up time is the most important. Wake up consistently at the same time, and then try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep based on what your body needs. We don't all need 9 hours, 8 hours, or 7 hours, but most people fall somewhere in that range. So there is a way to find out how many hours of sleep you need. And when you know, you want to stay within that range. If you don't know, just try 7 to 8 hours and see if you can wake up at the same time spontaneously without your alarm clock. Daily physical activity is going to help set your rhythms. It will definitely help with your body temperature. You'll get a dip so that in the evening, your functions that usher in sleep will work more efficiently, and you'll go into sleep much better and hopefully get more deep sleep. Avoid stimulants in the morning and close to bedtime. Now, people like to have that cup of coffee in the morning, but having it in the morning will suppress the circadian rhythm to have a large bump in your cortisol level, and it will make you dependent on having your cup of joe. Limit the light exposure near bedtime. This will block your melatonin, and limit your daytime naps. Daytime naps are only healthy if they are happening on a circadian pattern, not on a sleep deprivation pattern. And they should be taken in the early afternoon and limited to no more than 30 minutes. So thank you for listening to this talk on circadian rhythms. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you will. Hit notifications so you'll know when I upload another video. And if I shared something with you that you found helpful, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video. I thank God, I thank my husband, and I thank you for listening. If you have questions about this, or if you would like to talk about a talk on a specific topic related to circadian rhythms, put it in the comments below, and maybe your topic will be my next talk.